Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into one of the most critical, high adrenaline, and honestly, deeply rewarding career paths out there, becoming a paramedic in India. If you've ever wondered how the absolute front line of emergency medical care works, and more importantly, how you could actually become a part of it, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to break down the entire blueprint for you today, taking you all the way from the classroom right into the emergency room.
But hey, before we get bogged down in all the logistics and requirements, I want to ground this whole explainer in the very real, very human stakes of this profession. Think about Ankita Patel. She's a paramedic based in Ahmedabad, providing pre-hospital care right there in the back of the ambulance. What's absolutely incredible about her story is that during the absolute height of the COVID-19 pandemic, she was right there on the front lines, striving undaunted to save dozens of lives in the middle of a massive global health emergency. That is the reality of this job, right there. It's not just a career, it's a profound responsibility.
All right, so here is our game plan for today. We're going to hit 5 key areas. First, the paramedic profile. Second, your educational pathway. Third, top institutes and exams. Fourth, financing your studies. And finally, number 5, salary and career growth. Let's get right into it.
Starting off with Section 1, the paramedic profile. We really need to separate the TV medical drama myths from the actual professional reality of this job.
You see, a paramedic isn't just someone who drives an ambulance really fast with the sirens blaring. Far from it. They are highly trained medical professionals. Pay attention to the action words here. They examine, evaluate, and treat patients. They are literally educated to carry out critical duties that people usually associate with doctors, using specialized equipment and administering medication, often right there in the field before the patient even makes it to the hospital.
Because the stakes are so high, you gotta ask yourself, do I actually have what it takes? Treat this list like a hero's checklist. You absolutely need strong communication skills to handle patients who are in extreme distress. You've got to be a problem solver who can make lightning-fast decisions when seconds literally mean life or death. Staying calm under pressure is a non-negotiable. And inherently, you need to be analytical enough to walk into total chaos and instantly diagnose the situation. If you're nodding along to these, you've got the foundational profile down.
Let's move on to Section 2, your educational pathway. Having the right personality is step 1, sure, but acquiring those specific medical skills requires a very deliberate, structured journey.
Okay, here is the literal step-by-step ladder you're going to climb. Step 1 is your absolute foundation. You've got to complete your 10+2 in the science stream, and you specifically need physics, chemistry, and biology. Once that's locked in, Step 2 is all about conquering those entrance exams. We're talking big ones like NEET, the AIMS BSc paramedical exam, or your state-level common entrance tests like the ones in Maharashtra, Kerala, or Gujarat. Nailing those unlocks Step 3, which is enrolling in your actual course.
Now, for that third step, it's kind of a choose-your-own adventure depending on your timeline and ultimate goals. On one hand, you have the comprehensive degree options, like a bachelor's in paramedical technology or a BSc in nursing or physiotherapy. You could even take that all the way to a master's degree. On the flip side, if you're looking for a faster track right into the workforce, you can go for diploma and certificate options. Think along the lines of a diploma in medical laboratory technology, radiological technology, or targeted entry-level certificate courses.
So, your educational strategy is set. Section 3, top institutes and exams. Because once you know what to study, you need to know exactly where to go.
We've got some genuinely world-class options right here in India. Looking at government institutes, you have incredibly prestigious names like AIMS in New Delhi, PGIMER in Chandigarh, and Banaras Hindu University. If you're leaning towards private institutes, Christian Medical College in Vellore and Christ University in Bengaluru are top-tier choices. Oh, and actually, a really important point to add, if you need flexibility or remote options, IGNOU is a phenomenal choice for distance learning in this space.
All right, Section 4, financing your studies. Let's tackle the elephant in the room, which is the actual financial investment required to step onto this career path.
You're generally looking at a total course fee ranging somewhere between 50,000 to 150,000 Indian rupees. Keep in mind, this is an estimate and it fluctuates depending on the institute you choose. Now, I know that initial number might sound like a massive hurdle to some families right off the bat.
But here is the fantastic news. You are definitely not expected to figure this all out on your own. There are some incredibly robust safety nets in place. You can hunt for central and state scholarships on the National Scholarship Portal, plus institutes offer their own merit-based aid. If you need a loan, the government-backed Vidya Lakshmi portal is literally designed to help students secure education funding.
And it gets even better in states like West Bengal, Odisha, and Bihar, where they offer specific student credit cards with super low interest rates. Basically, the funding is absolutely out there if you know where to look.
Which brings us to our final section, salary and career growth. You've done the grueling training, you've handled the fees, so what's the ultimate payoff? Let's get right to the numbers. The expected salary for a paramedic in India sits at roughly 15,000 to 60,000 rupees a month, stretching from those entry-level roles into mid-career positions. And when you explicitly compare that monthly earning potential to the total course fees we just went over, the financial viability of this path becomes really, really clear. It's a solid return on your investment. But listen, what are you actually doing every day to earn that paycheck? Well, it's gritty, it's intense. You are going to be working both indoors and out in the elements. The job is explicitly physically strenuous. You are literally on constant alert, existing in a permanent state of readiness to respond to whatever emergency gets called in. It demands 100% of your physical and mental presence. It is no desk job for sure.
And a really crucial takeaway here is that you aren't just limited to working in a street ambulance. The opportunities are vast. You could be working in air ambulances, fire services, or bustling government and private hospitals. You can even completely pivot into the pharmaceutical world as a technician, researcher, or drug safety associate. And a genuinely great fact to highlight is that there are also excellent roles in this field for differently abled professionals.
I love this part because it brilliantly illustrates that this isn't just an entry-level dead end. There is serious upward mobility. You might start out as an ambulance paramedic, but as you gain experience, you step up to advanced care, then intensive care. From there, you're looking at leadership roles, becoming an officer in charge, a station officer, and ultimately climbing all the way up to an operations supervisor. It's a highly dynamic, evolving career.
So when you pull back and look at the big picture, you could see this as a fully structured, incredibly well-supported roadmap. Everything from figuring out if you have the right personality traits to projecting your income and leadership potential is laid out. It's a well-defined professional journey.
We've covered the strict education required, the financial support waiting for you, and the incredibly intense but rewarding reality of the day-to-day work. So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Do you have what it takes? Are you ready to answer that call, step directly into the chaos, and save lives? The blueprint is right here. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer today, and I really hope this sparked your curiosity to explore this amazing profession. Keep learning, stay focused, and I'll catch you next time.